Welcome to another edition of Faith in Five. I'm Stephen Senatiempo, joined today by Paul Monagle. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
Paul, we'll find out a little bit about your vocation within the church in a moment, but the big question first. What does faith mean to you?
Everything.
That's a good answer.
Everything.
Can you elaborate though?
Well, I was born into child of very Catholic parents and Catholic family, and had 3 uncles, Christian brothers, 3 aunties, nuns, and so sticking with the family firm made logic. You know?
Yes.
But in my formation, in my life, I realised that the critical thing is having your eye on the prize, on what we're here for, and what we've got to do, and what happens after we leave here. And so many people today don't know why they're here, don't know what's expected of them.
Well, I'm going to ask you a big question. Why are you here?
I'm here to know and love Jesus Christ and to be happy with him forever in heaven.
It is that simple, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we try to complicate it a little bit.
We do. I mean, we've got to have a relationship with Christ. Yes, with his church, but Christ first.
Yep.
A lot of people get into trouble. A lot of Catholics get into trouble because they only think at the temporal level. They've got to think the vertical is the most important.
That's a very, very good way of putting it. Tell us about your vocation within the church.
Well, I was an altar boy at the end of the 50s. So I was sort of thought, this is special. I'm doing something special. And that had a big impact on me. And then, I went to Catholic schools and, we'd have 60 boys in the class and every boy is asked by the brother, are you going to be a priest? So this was the sort of environment that I was in. And then I had a sister that went into the convent, a brother that went into the priesthood. Neither of them stayed, but, and then as a teenager, I got involved in, my uncle used to take the school kids to Millgrove, to the Palatines for school retreats. And then I got involved in youth camps up there. And you'd go up to the mountain, it's like going up to heaven. And I had the spiritual experience there. And then later in life, I moved to Canberra and joined Opus Dei. And so I've had lots of opportunities for thorough enrichment and formation.
I want to explore that for a moment because growing up in Sydney, I actually had quite a bit of contact with some people who were a part of Opus Dei. It's probably the most misunderstood part of the church. Explain Opus Dei to us, a personal prelature. What does that mean?
Well, most people don't understand it because they don't know it. They don't know anyone who's in it, but they make up their mind about it with that vacuum. So, to me, I'll put it in an easy to understand term. I think it's coaching people to be saints.
Yep.
Vatican II, we're all called to be saints, and that's the way you can. They teach you formation. They teach you a plan of life that you can grow in your faith.
So nothing like a Dan Brown novel.
No, it did a lot of good for Opus Dei actually. It got it well known and so forth.
Yeah,
better known.
When has your faith been a challenge for you?
Well, I suppose my teenage years. My mother died when I was 13. 13 to 20 was pretty miserable. And I'd be saying, Lord, here I am, I come to do your will. What's it about? And then by the time I was 19, nearly 20, I went into the Right to Life office in Melbourne, and there she was. Love at first sight. 52 years later, we're still here. We have 5 children and 19 grandchildren.
Wow! Congratulations.
So I've been, in the arms of the church.
How would you describe our faith community here at St Christopher's?
I think it's terrific. As Crystal said, it's quite diverse. We have people that come from the surrounding countryside with a country sort of attitude, look. We have diplomats, international look, defence people come and go, politicians come and go, and but what we need to do is say hello to people. And I said hello to a person here some time back, and they said, "You're the first person to say hello to me." And so I do that quite a bit. I live quite close, so I'm here quite a lot. And I make that one of my little goals to try and welcome people.
It's funny you say that, because that's what Faith in Five was born out of, an opportunity to get to know people within our parish, because a lot of people have said that to me, that there's that sense of anonymity, and hopefully we're breaking that barrier here.
Well, we had COVID, so for 3 months there was just Father Trenton and I at the daily mass, live streamed, and then we were counting people in. So I would ask everyone their names. I counted them in, so I got to know an awful lot of people. I don't remember all the names, but you know, I know their faces and they know me, so try to be welcoming.
As somebody that has lived a Catholic life your entire life, been through challenges throughout the course of that, and obviously the nature of your faith has changed, given that, you know, you were brought up in a Catholic family, and then the Opus Dei side of it as well. What would you say to somebody that's thinking of either somebody that's strayed away from the church, or somebody that's thinking of coming to Catholicism for the first time? What would you say to them?
Do it. It's the best place to live, and it's the best place to die.
I think that sums it up beautiful. Paul, good to talk to you.
You too, Steve.
This has been Faith in Five. We'll see you next time.